This slide is showing you a visual of the Department of Education's Bureau of Special Education. It's showing you a chart that there are two arms of the Bureau of Special Education. One is to support compliance under IDEA, and one is to support training and technical assistance. Across the state, we are divided into 3 regions to support the local education agencies to provide FAPE to students with disabilities. And we have our regional intermediate units that serve as a liaison between the state to the local education agencies. At the Bureau of Special Education, we have 4 pillars of priorities. Our Attract, Prepare, and Retain initiative, where we are trying to attract professionals to the field of special education. Our collaborative partnerships, where we're working to increase our partnerships with other agencies and parents and advocacy groups. Our post-school outcomes, ensuring that students with disabilities graduate, transitioning into their post-school outcome choice, and that we are using evidence-based practices across the board to support all of this work. This is a visual of the entire Department of Education and where the Bureau of Special Education falls in that hierarchy. As you can see, the Department of Education is very vast, and the Bureau of Special Education is a small agency inside of the very large Department of Education at Pennsylvania. This chart shows you the divisions at the Bureau of Special Education. We have 4 areas of compliance: our Central, East, West, and our Philadelphia region. We have our director's office, and then we have a region that oversees all of our fiscal management pieces. And then we have 34 advisors that are directly connected to the intermediate units and the school districts across the Commonwealth. Within the state of Pennsylvania, we currently have 1,676,994 students, and of those students, 346,519 are eligible under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA, which is about 21% of our student population. We have been seeing an increase of percentage of students eligible over the years. This chart shows you a bar graph ranging from 2014 to 2024-25, a 10-year trend of going from 15.6% to 20.7% of the public school population being eligible under IDEA. Within the state of Pennsylvania, there are many educational entities or schools: 29 intermediate units, 500 school districts, 161 charter schools, 14 cyber charter schools, 74 career and technical education centers, 8 state juvenile correction institutions, 37 approved private schools or chartered schools, and 636 licensed private academic schools. There is a place where you can find all of this data. It is at that website. It is publicly available, and every year you can see current LEA data based on all of the required indicators and demographic population of the school system. This slide is just a sample of some of the array of resources that the Pennsylvania Department of Education, Bureau of Special Education uses to support all of our teachers. These are all publicly available and available to parents as well, so that you could see the resources available for your classrooms and for your students. We have resources on the patent site, Pennsylvania Training and Technical Assistance Network, our own Bureau of Special Education site. If you were to look at the websites of every intermediate unit, there is an array of resources. And we also have 2 newsletters that we send out monthly via email. One is the Transition Tidbits, where you will receive the most up-to-date current topics in the area of transition, supporting students to transition into adult life, as well as our Essential Bulletin for Educators. This provides up-to-date current practices to support our teachers to meet the needs of our students. We also have our PA secondary transition website. This website is one-stop shopping for anything related to transition. It has webinars, Schoology courses, resources for families, resources for students, anything up to date related to transition. This would be a wealth of information as you are trying to support your children, your young adults, to transition into adult life. We also have our youth engagement specialists. It's very important that we engage our youth across the Commonwealth. They are our main customers. We want to make sure what we are doing meets their needs. So we have 3 youth engagement specialists whose goal is to engage our youth in a variety of ways. They have spearheaded the student-led IEP resources, which you will find on the Patton website. They are outreaching to other agencies, and our goal is to increase membership to our Pennsylvania Youth Leadership Network. As I mentioned, we have our student-led IEP resource hub. This is a great resource for teachers, students, and parents. It really breaks down the IEP process in a way that if students want to begin to lead their own IEP meetings, it teaches them how to do so. It also is very helpful to parents to understand about the IEP process, what the roles of the people are at the table, so parents can be more informed and engaged in the process. Some highlights we wanted to elevate is the promising practices as it relates to graduation, dropout rate, transition, and post-school outcomes. Last spring, the Office of Special Education Programs, our federal agency, recognized Pennsylvania in all 4 categories as having promising practices. We're very proud of that. We know that we have a lot of work to do in this space, but to have their acknowledgement that the work we are doing should yield positive outcomes in the future is very affirming. Some positive data in this space is that we are gradually increasing our graduation rate and decreasing our dropout rate. We're very excited about that. We are above 90% for our graduation rate and below 10% for our dropout rate. We certainly want to have every student graduate, but it's showing that the efforts we're doing are yielding positive outcomes. Families are critical to the success of students with disabilities in school. We are working very hard to increase our family engagement. This resource is available on our Patton website to give articles to families and strategies to schools to engage their families, upcoming events that families can be involved in. We also have an array of parent-friendly documents on the website or available to be mailed to you. Our goal is to help parents be as informed as possible so that they can support the IEP process for their children. This is a postcard that you may get in the mail. Only a sampling of a sample of parents across the Commonwealth. We pick a set of schools, and within those schools every year we pick a random set of parents to respond to a survey. They would get this survey in the mail, this postcard in the mail. They would click on the QR code, and there are only 5 questions to respond to. We would highly encourage families that receive this postcard to respond to the questions. Families are critical partners in the work that we do, and we want to make sure that they feel supported in this process. There are multiple agencies across the Commonwealth that can support our families, and we would encourage our families to access them. Our Peel Center is our federally funded PTI, Parent Training and Information Center. HUNE is our comparable center for our parents that have bilingual needs. We also have our F to Max, which is a family network center, our Parent to Parent, as well as many other agencies to support parents. We also want to be accessible as a state entity to our parents that may have questions. We have our state special education local task force. Each intermediate unit has a task force in which parents can go to if they have any questions or concerns to get some direction. We have our special education advisory panel, and that link is on this slide. These are very similar to a school board for the Bureau of Special Education. They advise the Bureau on what are the priority areas we should be focusing. These meetings are live, public are able to attend, and there is a 30-minute public comments session. We have our consult line, which is a telephone line that parents can call if they have questions regarding services for their child, and it is available in multiple languages. We have our office for dispute resolutions, where if the parent wants to pursue mediation or due process, this office would support in that. And finally, we have our email account. This email goes directly to the Bureau of Special Education. Our advisor would reach out to the parent to hear what their concerns are and really try to support that parent with the school district for a resolution.